And I'm short. Oh, come on. What is that? Baby! Good Monday morning, everybody. After a relatively unexciting weekend, we have futures up 1.3% on the NASDAQ this morning. I think some of that's probably coming off of the, yet again, ceasing of missile strikes. Hopefully they stay ceased, but we have won and started the same war about 53 times now, so maybe 54th time is the charm. Other than that, we're back at you for some use of Unusual Whales tools, taking live trades so you guys can see how quote-unquote real traders use Unusual Whales tooling intraday.
Why are you quote-unquote?
Because Anthony's here.
He's fake?
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not even real.
Okay.
But we'll be doing a little bit of open interest changes review, looking at some flow from last week, namely Friday, to see if anything important carried over, anything worth looking at. Then around an hour into the show, Tucker will hit us with some headlines and maybe a little dance. We'll see.
No.
We'll see. No dance.
No.
I thought he has a dance.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. But we'll work into that. Tucker, the delay of the recording is 7 minutes, 20 seconds, give or take.
7 minutes.
I say give or take because I missed the intro. But I digress. Let's go ahead and dive right into some open interest changes. Folks, throughout, feel free to make flow requests per usual. Next week on Monday, we start being much more futures focused on the Monday episodes. So today's going to be, I don't want to say the last day of open interest changes for Mondays, but we'll see. We haven't figured out fully how to structure those new Monday future specific shows quite yet. But for now, keep making your flow requests like you always do, and we'll pull them up as we're able throughout the next 2 to 3 hours. With that said, Anthony, what the hell is on your screen, man?
Well, look who's back. Look who's back at the top there. The 731, 330's getting hit again there, They're back again.
We love a rinse and repeater, man. Hey, good morning, Wet Show. Thanks for coming by as always, homie.
Look at that. I mean, it's funny. I'd be talking about this pretty much every episode, though. I mean, just this. I wish we would have started tracking these exactly when they started coming in there. But, man, yeah. I mean, they've just been rinsing and repeating these things since.
I'll see if I can get a historical pull on these contracts specifically just so we can have them in our back pocket. Because this guy's been doing this since options started on SPCX. Just repeatedly. Rinse and repeat. Yeah. Hundreds of thousands of contracts at a time. All expire worthless.
Yep.
191% of the money. Shocker.
It is your Burlington for the call side of things.
Right.
And I'm just kind of looking through the open interest changes. Just, a lot of kind of further out of the money short dated stuff coming in here. And a lot of those puts aren't going to look that hot this morning with that gap up. So, kind of maybe some little premium dabbling over the weekend. I don't know about how our bid side's looking here. I'm in
puts. Puts are all the bid side.
Yeah. I wonder what's kind of going on there, but I actually swung some Google calls technically over the weekend, so I'm waiting for that bell to open here in about 20 minutes, and I'll be taking some profits on those there. But bid side wise, just
Oh yeah, Google's up 1.5% in pre-market too. You're gonna be you're gonna be nice and happy. Up about $5 per share.
I closed my contracts closed down 5% on Friday. On 5% on Friday. So yeah, they're the 828 350 calls. So yeah, that's got time on them too. So they're not weeklies where Theta's gonna just smack them on.
Hey, at least only the weather will be making you sweat and not your swung position. The humidity, I have these like little curlies going on in front of my hair. They don't go away. And there's nothing I can do about it.
You
didn't
get a perm or whatever over the weekend? You sure?
I just sat under one
I
of those
think that's
buckets
perm.
when it's 112 degrees out. Yeah, I definitely did that.
I mean,
I
you
definitely
were
did
grilled. You grilled yesterday. That's
I did.
almost the
I
same.
regret it too. It was
It's
tasty as all
almost the
hell,
same.
dude. It was really good, but dude, I chose the wrong day. It was so goddamn hot.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal here.
Morning,
too.
Hammer. Morning, Constantine. Morning, Bellico, who says, this is great. You're great, homie. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, other than that, though, not really seeing too much. I mean, got a lot of earnings this week, too.
Those MU puts carried over, too. It looks like a little bit of an adder there.
Yeah. Gonna probably go with short puts on these guys. 47% out of the money, 4 days, you know.
And they're probably going to be happy. Those might be pretty damn close to zero once the market opens in about 18 minutes here.
Yeah, you just look at the theta on these things here. I mean, you know, just understand your contracts and days to expiration. That's all I gotta kind of say about that. We hammer on that so much. It's just, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I gotta go through my goal one of these weekends. I want to kind of touch up a couple of my filters here a little bit, but yeah, I mean, not a lot. Big earnings week coming up. I'm usually hands off more during earnings weeks there. So I mean, I'm kind of surprised I actually decided to swing some Google calls over the weekend. But I'm like, you know, Google reported they actually had good earnings. Probably might see a little bounce, especially if, you know, we get a little taco on.
Well, you
Monday.
got your bounce.
Yeah,
for now. Market's not open yet.
I was gonna say you got 17 minutes. Don't count those chickens yet. Don't count those chickens yet.
Real quick, while we dick around in open interest, I just have the micro NASDAQ open here. This is what I scalp using Unusual Whale's Gamma exposure tools. We'll be harping a lot on that every Monday moving forward. For the most part, it's going to be the main showcase feature of the Monday shows, where futures will be the focus. But right now, we're ranging between a level I have at 28,702 and my purple line of justice down there at 634. It's still holding as support. If they lose it and turn it into resistance, every time they have, we get a nice tumble down. So somebody who likes shorting, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that to see if this holds as support. Again, we're up 1% and almost a half in the pre-market. I'm almost tempted to short this with a stop right above the last 1 minute candle, but I'll be good and wait till open. But I mean, yeah, look at that. They lost 702 after holding it as support and resistance in the overnight session from Sunday night's open. Now they're ranging right in between the two. So if you're a range trader and they get stuck in the 70-point range, give or take, you're probably going to be pretty happy. But I expect some fast moves at open, just because we had some of that, hey, let's stop dropping bombs for 10 minutes news over the weekend again. That caused like an immediate 7% drop in oil over the weekend. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this to see if we have any pullbacks, if sellers come back with a vengeance on that overnight session pop. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I would have only gotten like 10 points on that short anyway, and it's already at target. So that would have been really I'll wait.
Hey,
I'll wait till open.
It's better than nothing. Hey, those since we didn't have a show on Friday, let me
White Show says I was out on the soccer field sweating, I'm assuming that's a typo. Sweating my nuts off. Stupid soccer family obligations. Or you were swearing your nuts off like Will Ferrell and kicking and screaming.
Those SKHY put sells that we talked about a little bit. I think it was last Monday, I believe. What was that? The 20th? Yeah, last Monday. Look at those babies go. They're gonna pretty much be cooked here at open. So looks like we're up about, you know, a little over 4% there, almost 4.5% there. Yeah, these things are gonna, that whale's gonna be pretty happy there. Looks like the rest of that's gonna probably kind of, you know, decay here at open there. Yeah,
they're gonna get their zero. It's trading at 161.10 right now. I think that was a safe bet right when they happened. Definitely safer now.
Yeah, I mean, when they came in, we were 37% out of the money. I mean, with that short datedness, but yeah, no, good one there. And that's really the only piece of flow that I think we found on the show last week that kind of really stuck out, but that's okay. It was actually kind of a lower volume week for most of the week last week, and it was just
I
kind
know,
of
shocker.
brutal looking at
It's
that.
been the tail of the tape for the summer so far, is that just low volume relative to the averages. I think we had, I don't know if we ever did follow up on, what the hell contract was it? Hold on. There was something nice that I almost did an article on, but Dan's article was much cleaner for Thursday, so I published Dan's article instead. Yeah, the NVIDIA 210s.
Oh, those calls.
Yeah, they made a round trip to negative like 30% back to
Yeah.
profitable, and I'm curious to see how those are looking. The 210s for the 27th today.
NVIDIA
I want to see if they ever took profit, because they did. Like I said, they went from negative 30% to profitable pretty quick. Or sorry, more than that. They lost over 50% on those, I think. Yeah, they had an entry around 4, and these traded down to like 130.
Yep.
Look at all that volume on Friday.
Yeah, these are the ones that I took on the show the previous Friday there, and then I kind of got out. But yeah, no, that's hard to know if that whale actually carried over, though. I mean, you got that 6,800 or so on the 16th, which, you know, most of that carried over, but then you just got a lot of high volume in
it
here.
gets a little
and
messy after
no
that.
big open interest changes. But I mean, you know, just kind of do that eye test there, and obviously, you know, it's a highly traded name too, especially once you get to those weeklies. But I mean, if they hung in there, I mean, they were in at 406, dropping down about 230, and then I mean, they got their big pop there on the 22nd there. So I mean, that was their big pop, and you know, I mean, by that time you should probably be thinking about getting out, especially with them expiring today. I mean, 406 down to 230 and then up to 585. You better be, you know,
come back.
Better
be
kind of.
What's interesting is during that spike, no real volume.
Yeah.
So maybe this person just rode that shit into the ground and said, "Screw it."
Could have been short at the ask. I mean, the tape looked pretty good on these, though.
Yeah, they're a little out of the money again, too, even though NVIDIA's up just under 1% in the pre-market. These are still going to be out of the money. We're going to be trading at about 207 at open. These are cooked, I think. Unless NVIDIA gets an amazing pop, even if they go briefly in the money, because of that theta decay, the 0-day expiration now, I don't know if Homie's going to get their $4 back, if they're still there. Like Anthony was saying, that volume profile, really hard to tell if that original position is gone or not.
Yeah, and you know, there's just so many contracts being punted around on there where you don't get that, you know, clean read. Like, you know, you can't tell me anything what's going on in here. Like there's nothing going on in here. There's no signal on this one. There just besides there's a lot of volume on that name. But yeah, I mean, hard to know. But I mean, they did see some profits. I mean, if they did try to hold on, but maybe got greedy, who knows?
Yeah.
I've been short them too. It's hard to know. I did want to pull this up here too, just kind of talking about that low volume. Look at our July right now. So I mean, obviously that was your 24th, but compare this month to most of the year. Surprisingly, back to last June, surprisingly, we're actually, you know, kind of above volume here compared to last year. Which it doesn't seem like it, but that's kind of an interesting little thing that I was looking at over the weekend here. Just, you know, I like to look at that market stats page in here too. It's
underappreciated.
Gives a lot of
underappreciated.
A lot of cool little things in there. I mean, just, you know, you'll see your daily volume with your little yellow dot there, but I like to kind of compare it to that previous volume, even with, you know, the lowest volume day of the month here. I mean, you're still over a rough of it, going back to last June, and it doesn't feel like it, but it's always kind of interesting to see it. Even our green stock, I mean, just, you know, tons of data in here. I like to look at that. Insider buys are really down though. Look at that.
Yeah, I kind of have a quarrel with insider buys and sells. A lot of them are just straight up scheduled and going to happen regardless of market conditions. And I do think that some accounts like to get a little too giddy about insider buys or sells. and then you just go and check the reportings, and it was scheduled to happen regardless. There could be something
Yep.
to say if it's, like rampant. Like if we go back and look at that bubble chart of SPCX following IPO, shitload of insider sales in smaller amounts.
Yeah.
The thing with that is a lot of those insiders are required to hold for a while as part of their agreements and getting in prior to IPO. But by far and wide, retail usually ends up holding the bag on IPO dumps. Yeah.
Yep. Politicians aren't selling, though. Politicians aren't selling. I don't know if this is updated or not.
And just like that, folks, like I was saying about 10 minutes ago, maybe 15 now, we were live pretty much on time for the first time in a minute. Let's fucking go. Look at that. We're right back on top of that purple line of justice at 28,634 on the NASDAQ. If I wasn't being a good little egg and waiting till open to start putting trades on today, I would almost be inclined to long this with like a 20-point stop, because every time they've tested it so far, they've ranged back up to that 702. Oops. The market's going to do what it's doing until it doesn't, right? So far, way up to 7.0, way down to 632, way up to 702, way down to 634 again. So I'd be keeping an eye on a bounce basically here, but we'll see. If, like I said before, and like we traded last week on the show, when this level gets lost, it's purple for a reason. Those are my purple lines of justice. My next one from there is about 300 points up. This bad boy, I play it most times it gets visited. I prefer it to visit from below because I have a brain for shorting more so than longing. But right now, it's holding as support, and I'm going to believe they're going to until they don't. So keeping an eye on that as we get closer to open.
It's holding.
It is.
And it's holding.
Where were we in that overnight session? Oh, they pushed up real nice. Look at that gap, brothers. Look at that gap for Friday. Was that who had earnings on Friday? That looks like an earnings gap.
Who had earnings? American
Sunday.
Express is really all I think I remember.
I imagine
Friday.
the
I think it
Sunday
was
gap
American
though is
Express.
probably that
The Iran
quote-unquote
stuff
war news.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my assumption. Timing lines up. He said that shit over the weekend. Oil took a massive tumble right out of the gate. I think it was like 7% or something like that. Equities obviously loved to hear that. I like when missiles stop getting dropped. I'm just not feeling confident in any way, shape, or form that they will stop. So we'll have to see. Maybe we get a Trump tweet yeet today that just sends us to hell. Or
No
tweets
tweets.
You don't want to get
into
wicked
me,
out again?
please. No. No, that's no, thank you.
Hey man, let's have some fun. What are you doing? Morning Rams Reef. Welcome to the Unusual Whales Twitch channel. We're trying to get that thing up and running again. All of you, I
Bars and
see.
restaurants have operated on. It's a $10 ticket. You get a free drink. Either
What in the fuck?
Is that you?
What?
No,
Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
It sounded like It sounded like radio interference.
It did. That was so weird.
Are we getting hacked?
Chat, did you guys hear that?
Are we?
They had to
being,
have
like,
heard it. If we
hacked?
all heard it. That means it was coming through the audio feed. If you heard it, it happened on Riverside.
What?
Yeah. Because if it happened just to me, audience would hear
yeah.
it, but you guys wouldn't. So that came through Riverside. Who's hacking our Riverside call?
out there saying,
Oh my
Whoa!
god!
Oh no, guys. Guys, our call's haunted. Oh shit.
What's happening?
Oh shit.
Oh no! Please don't tell me. Your
I will
computer
say,
did.
I will say when it
Oh,
happened.
no.
I will say when it happened, Anthony's meter spiked. So Anthony's getting hacked.
About shuttles. Sometimes I think
It is Anthony. Oh my god. Oh
Are you
no.
doing that? No, look
What
at his face.
is that?
Oh, what would I be doing?
I don't
hear
know,
it
but it's
too.
your mic. Hey, at least
Do you
it's
want
like
me to
yeah, maybe
unplug it and plug it back in.
it
to
doesn't
see if
make
that does
sense. It
anything?
doesn't make sense to be wireless interference. Your microphone is hardwired. At least it's like some advertisement or some shit, and it's not like porn. That would be a
Yeah.
little bit different. Discord soundboard. Oh, that's weird. You might have to reset your
Oh.
microphone as the
God.
device.
This is the best thing that's happened on this show since we started it.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. We got market open in 5 minutes, and we're currently being flooded by aliens taking over the audio feeds.
Radio interference.
The deep state is taking over Anthony's microphone. We've got President Trump on the phone.
Guys,
I am a man.
We're getting hacked by aliens.
No, you're still talking to yourself. You probably got to set it to the correct microphone again manually with clicking. You're still talking. He's talking to himself. Talking to yourself. He's just talking to himself. What'd he say? Now he's typing. It is not set up because you're silent. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, there you go.
There
Now
you
it
go.
should
Big
be
brain
good.
time. All right, let's see if we get aliens taking over the show again. We got 4 minutes until market open. That's the most exciting thing that's happened in a while, so we'll keep that going.
That's so
What in
weird
the
because I
hell?
heard it too. I
Yeah,
thought it was
that was
like,
weird. But your microphone was the one spiking, so it was coming through your headphones maybe because those are wireless, but I don't remember any news about Logitech headsets just taking random radio frequencies and pumping them through your audio feed. 230 people hanging out with us on
insane.
Twitter. That's more than we usually have in the pre-market, folks. Thanks for sticking around. Maybe the aliens caught you convinced to hang out.
Are you guys enjoying
That's-
whatever the hell's happening? going
Yeah, I don't
on?
know what the fuck that
But
was.
apparently we abducted everybody, huh? Abducted everybody for the
Yeah,
Monday
ain't nobody
show.
going nowhere. Well, with that said, I mean, we still got 3 minutes till open. Right now, sellers are trying to keep it under my purple line of justice. So depending on what we do going into open, let's see how far down they take it here. I was looking for that W pattern here. I would have gotten stopped out basically right there if I had longed that. So it would be kind of lame if I had taken it and get stopped out just for it to reverse. But right now, the volume is leaning sellers. We will see. They've got 2 minutes and 3 seconds for buyers to push up into open. But, I mean, we've been seeing really good whiplash at open for the last couple of weeks. We get a big pop followed by down and to the right stair-step drop. But right now they have lost 634. I'm going to be watching retests up into 634, around 660 range to try to pop off a short if they give the bounce. I also want to see at the open where my market maker gamma profile is on SPX. That's what we both use for our futures scalping, and you're going to see a lot of it. The Unusual Whales Gex Periscope attributed market maker positioning. It doesn't have customers. It doesn't have you and me. It doesn't have Joe Schmo that lives in Brooklyn popping contracts left and right on the SPX. It's just market makers. You don't have to guess. It is displayed for you. So if you are an intraday scalper and you like gamma exposure, get your ass on Retail Pro Max.
It's a game
that's where we
changer.
ride it.
Game changer. It's a game changer.
I've been scalping futures for about 2.5 years now. I've been trading options for the better part of a decade, which makes me feel old as shit, and we're not going to bring that part up again. I will not trade without Periscope anymore. It's become a pinnacle part of my strategy, and I need it. If we ever have like a CBOE outage, I don't trade until they fix that shit. You feel me? It is part of the strategy, and it stays. 1 minute till open.
It makes it so much, I don't want to say easier. I mean, it helps significantly knowing where market makers are positioned.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, not to take anything away from trading, like, oh, it's going to make it 1,000% easier. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer, especially if you have a little, scalping history and you're seeing where they're moving that positioning. Oh boy, it's a game changer.
All right, 5 seconds till we get the ding, ding, ding.
Good. I need to.
Let's see what they do. I want to see if they just crater and pop, or if we get the pop before the drop. Let me refresh my Periscope data here for the open. We're right below positive gamma. Now they're conquering it again. We have heavier positive gamma up above, still building at that 7,500 level. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Let's see if they pop it and drop it. They already popped it a little bit on the NASDAQ, but not as high as I would have wanted. I wanted another 10 to 15 points there to try to get in on the short side. But I'm going to let them settle down a little bit. We got some chop happening in the dome here. I don't like seeing the bid and the ask not be on top of the fill. You're going to get slippage as soon as you enter when you see that. Slippage being your fill price is not where the market order placed. And when you see the bid and the ask around these prices just being everywhere with nothing filling at those prices, it's a good idea to take a second, Because if you hit a market order, you're going to be down or up, I guess, 10 to 20 points right out of the gate. And I don't like sitting through unneeded drawdowns. So we're going to let the buyers and sellers settle the fuck down for just a few seconds here. And then see if we can't get into something. But I like the gamma profile right now. Honestly, ironically, leaning upward. Let me check the 0 date. 0 date's similar, and we also have some nice pop at that 7,500, just like I said, right out of the gate. A deep flip going from negative to positive all at once. I'm going to keep an eye on this dip because, again, we have a lot of negative gamma below us, but that heavy positive is sitting above us right now. I'm going to want to see some shifting here before I get cocky about chasing. And if you notice, SPX, and by conjunction there, ES and MES, they're not quite giving up the same way NASDAQ is yet. So we'll keep an eye on this. This might give us some fireworks to dick around with.
I am just managing my Google trade here.
New low again on NAS. Yeah, you did take a Google trade. How's that going?
Well, I filled these at 308. They're up to about 370-ish right now for me with that spread. I gotta throw a stop on so I can, kind of see if I can trail this up a little bit. I want to see what the spread looks like on my Weeble too. Let's see, where's my Goog? I think it was 32. Yeah, that's literally the only piece of flow I took all last week. Only trip besides some scalps, obviously, on here. That doesn't really, count, I'd say. But man, the one trade you don't need 1,000 trades in a week to be profitable and successful. Should be waiting for the best setups here. Let's see. So we're at 3. I should have did a better strike. That's okay. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking in here. Yeah. I've got the 350s here right now. Look at that spread there on those things right now.
Oh, they're gonna mess with you at open like that too.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you wait for it to settle. And right now, Google, I think, wasn't it up a little bit more in the pre-market?
We're up about. We're actually up at the highs right now.
All
much at the highs right now. Yeah, that's I'll take it.
The NASDAQ is not giving me another opportunity to get in either. It's just making me sit here and wait. The dome's still spicy. Like, we are getting fill prices out of fucking nowhere as we tumble down. Anything right here is chasing. Not good risk management. I gotta wait for a pretty hefty bounce. I would want it way up near the 560s before I try to join them. All right, let's see if they turn this around a little bit. Let me play too, guys. Come on. Give me a safer entry. I'm not messing around with just jumping in and chasing your ass. Give me something here. How's our profile looking? Yeah, that positive gamma up above us starting to move down a bit, huh? See how way up here, if we look back just a few minutes, how much this positive gamma is falling off after the open up there. Quite a bit falling off. Let's switch that back to live so I can keep an eye on it. Even the 74.70 that they were trying to hold as support out of the open, dropping off. We have buildup way down at 74.05. Anything else below that? Yep, some more ranging down in the 7300s as well. I don't know that we tumble 167 points, but worth noting this gamma's falling off, so I'm still going to be looking for back tests to see if I can join them, unless, once again, we get more gamma buildup above us. Right now, I like this wide negative gamma range if they can fail the reclaim of this positive gamma zone here. But keeping an eye on that.
I had something come across my news feed here, and I had to look, and it said something about chips. Look at all the chips that absolutely just tanked it open. All the chips tanked it open, filled that gap. Some news around it there about 20 seconds ago. Chip stocks drop on China DUV report. ASML and U.S. chip equipment stocks fell after a report said a state-backed Chinese firm has begun mass producing domestic DUV lithography machines Investors fear the breakthrough could reduce China's reliance on ASML and other Western suppliers, weakening future sales and undermining the long-term impact of U.S. export restrictions. So that's what is causing that little drop in chips here. Well, not Google. Dang.
Really
Google's
nice
going.
110-point turnaround on the NASDAQ. What I was waiting for. Let's see what they do as they approach my purple line of justice from below. Do they reclaim it and take us back into the 70-point range? Or are we going to reject right here, right now? I am taking the risk of a rejection right here, right now. I am short. I'm putting my stop right above that tiny range formed on the morning dump out of the open. And my target is not a new low today. I still don't like how much positive gamma is up above us. I'm just going to target a back test of this little shelf down below. They stop me out here. I'm going to have to wait till they get a little higher. I'm going to have to wait to see what they do at that 634 level that I watch very closely. Right now, I'm looking for them to form a stair step, basically right here. Maybe a little preemptive. If they take me out, we'll get back in. I'm not sweating. Let's see what they do here. I don't want them to take out this 1 minute candle here. That's right at the bottom of the prior range loss when they lost 634. That's why my stop's there, because if they reclaim that, it's invalidating my bearish pattern that I just took that trade based on. I really don't want them to print a bottom wick on this 1 minute candle we just closed. Let's see if they tag me out. Let's see if they tag me out. We're hanging out. What's our Periscope look like? They're in the process of reclaiming the positive gamma zone on SPX. SPX is looking pretty bullish on that bounce. So this might actually take me out and make me reevaluate. Well, rules are rules.
Yeah.
I have my stop where it's at for a reason. We'll see if they take it. All of this data is subject to change, and Unusual Whales updates it every 1 minute. And I trade on the 1 minute chart. So I really like having those 1 minute updates that we have now. All right, take out this last 1 minute candle. Give me some confidence that we're gonna do a nice little turnaround for you, boy. Net call premiums are ripping right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say your market
quick.
tide premiums are just ripping.
Let me zoom in on this. This is what I wanted rejection on. SPX is rejecting it, but they reclaim it. I'm gonna get stopped out pretty hard. Buyers came in with force. Tedious little spot here. Usually I like to trail down to the 1 minute. But that's only after it starts forming my pattern. So this is probably just going to take me out. And that's okay. Rules are rules. I'm not moving that stop. Come on, SPX. Get the rejection of that positive gamma. Let's go test that negative gamma zone you held after the open. They held right onto it too, Anthony. Look at that. They didn't even quite get through that 74.65. Bulls are coming in. They might take me out. Give us a little something. Just a little pullback down to there.
These ranges.
Here we go. I might take this preemptively here. This starts printing that bottom wick. I'm just going to get out of it. Let's see what they do for you, boy. Stoney! I really want those 532s or lower. I'm going to keep my target there. If they bounce out of it before they get there, I'll just flatten. I'm going to take that. I'll take $130 on a Monday morning. What do you say? What do you say?
Hey,
now watch him
trade one.
Watch him just fucking knife. Just watch it go without me now. They're right on top of that initial target of mine. Now I still have to wait for back tests. Even if I'm right and they set a new low, that's okay. We already made $130 on that. You don't need to try to get the entire move every time. Just take some nibbles here and there. Now I would want to back test to the bottom of that same range, a rejection. That would get me back in. Right now I wait. We took a nice 1-for-1 there. That positive gamma range we're in right now is still falling off, Anthony. I might be looking for yet another short if they give me another pop up there.
These ranges have played out too. I mean, like, this is a bit, oops, wrong way here. I mean, look at the range here, all the way 75.50, all the way down to, 73.20. That's a big range. I mean, that's that. I mean, you keep hearing us talk about it every single week now for the last month and a half. It's just been big ranges every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. And the funny thing is we almost kind of test, a big chunk of the range almost every single day.
And they did. That rejection was right on that 74.80 positive gamma. So I got a good read off of Periscope there. I maybe should have left it open, but that's okay. NASDAQ will give us myriad chances to re-enter and take more trades. But we're 1-for-1 on the Monday morning, baby. I'm glad that I got to start off with a win as we got a big influx of people from Twitter.
Hey, there you go.
This is how we use Unusual Whales, folks. Every Monday and Wednesday, indefinitely, we'll be doing this shit. So keep hanging with us. We have some fun. We got popping net call premium too. SPX is pretending to hold this. NASDAQ still chugging toward lows. About 20.
Premiums are trying to come up.
They are. We're about 20 points away from the
lows.
lows on the NASDAQ. SPX is really far from its lows. It's got a ways to go. Got about 10, 11 points till its lows. But like I said, right out of the open, NASDAQ started off seeming weaker, even though it was up more. Now both NASDAQ and SPX are up about 0.8%. NASDAQ started the pre-market at about 1.5%. So a little bit weaker from that Sunday night pop on Let's Pause Missile Strikes for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, at some point the market's going to get just numb to that and just whatever.
Ignore it. Yeah, eventually. It'll be like the tariff shit, where it's like we had months and months of just batshit crazy whiplash in both directions on tariff headlines, and then the markets just stopped caring. I wonder if it'll happen with this too, but war's a little different. Hopefully the market's
and you saw that news on, I think it was Thursday after close, Trump was talking about tariffs again. Market didn't even flinch. They're just whatever.
Just nothing. It doesn't care about that anymore.
It's who cares?
Logitech just steering tourists to the Titanic. Goddamn. I'm assuming he's referring to that interference we had from Anthony's side. Those of you coming in late, scrub back about 15, 20 minutes. Now, closer to 20 minutes now. Scrub back. We had some like radio feed
into the stream, if it's on YouTube specifically.
Word. And also, turn your microphone up a little bit, Tucker.
I'll just move it closer to me.
Yeah, you sound like really far
Tucker's
away.
the one with the interference or whatever.
No, it was definitely you. It was definitely. I saw the meters back here. It was definitely you. All right, I like what those net premiums are doing, but I don't like that the NASDAQ didn't give me a good enough bounce. I wanted a test of this stair step from below. So now I'm just waiting to see how low they take it. Because like I said, NASDAQ's going to give you plenty of opportunities to get back in. You don't need to always be in a trade. We had the right read there. I was suspecting another new low, but we took my profit target there around 530s. That's okay. We'll wait till they get us back in. I need a bounce. I want them to retest that 550 range here. Ideally, they'd get way up to the 580s for me to take a short. The bottom of that stair step they just formed to the downside. I'm not going to hold my breath for that. That's now 130 points in the rear view. Maybe 505s to 525s would get me back in. Right now, anything's chasing. The dome's getting messy again. I can't even see where these orders are filling relative to the bid in the ask at the time. Still a little choppy for me to want to chase it. So we'll look for some back tests here. Get back short, most likely. Until then, we're hanging out. We're hanging out. As always, folks, feel free to make your flow and ticker requests. We'll keep those on the back burner. As things come to a little bit of a slowdown in the actual markets, we'll start looking at some flow. For now, we're going to keep a close eye on these futures and on this unusual whales gamma exposure.
Speaking of flow, while you're going to do an entry here, let me show you the Goog calls here.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with those.
What? Look at that pop on those.
God damn.
Look at that pop. $5 a contract up to 738. A little higher.
Oh, SPX just kicked out the chair.
It's because we switched over. That's why. See, you got to switch between windows and you get what you want. But man, I mean, and I was watching these on Friday too. I mean, because you had that bid side volume come in there. Most of that volume from Friday carried over there. So, I mean, not everything at the bid is always a close. It looks like most of that carried over. And I mean, this was 2,400 here. Then you got the big bid side there of 838, if this is even related to that. But I mean, most of that volume carried over there. So, that's a good little thing there. But yeah, nice pop on those. I'm happy this morning.
Good shit, dude. Good trade. Usually you don't swing trades over weekends during earnings season. So that's baller. I'm glad that panned out for you. Right now, I'm just looking to see if NASDAQ can give me a little temporary reversal to get back in on a new stair step, but they're struggling. Hey, buyers, can you kick this shit up a notch real quick just so I can get back in? We're rounding the bottom a little bit on NASDAQ, but it might just bear flag another level down. And if this forms a stair step this much farther down than the last one, I'll be a little annoyed. Give me a nice little pullback higher, NASDAQ. Give me a safe entry so I don't have to take dangerous trades just for the sake of entertainment. Son of a bitch.
I feel that.
Some bitch.
Man. Yeah, there's some big positioning moving going on down there. What happened at 74.30? Oh, we had a flip at 74.30. We had a flip down at 73.85. had a flip at 50. Man, there's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting day here. We'll see. I usually like a cleaner setup here, but you know we'll see. We'll see.
Don't you dare print that top wick yet, NASDAQ. Get me higher. Can you take me higher? Not like for real higher, just like another 30 to 50 points. Let me get a new entry short here. Let's make a new story stair step. What I wanted to do is I want a nice pop right into this range where we took profit on the first short. I want that to become the new resistance, form another stair step to the downside. That would get me in. They might just do it right here, which would be annoying. That lines up 2. It's just not as safe as I'd like. So if they just go here, oh well, I guess I'm still waiting, and we'll entertain the audience with Tucker's feet.
Oh God.
What? Huh?
Hey, you're the one that sent a picture of your feet, bro. You
Yeah. Technically, you
guys are
sent
just
us a
ta-
picture of your.
I was just hanging out doing nothing. I checked, and you guys are talking about my feet. I'm like, I don't got socks on.
I didn't do anything. Nikki Stair Steps has gone and done it once again. Nikki Stair Steps. There it goes. Looks like they're going to make me wait again. And that's all right. New low NASDAQ. We'll be waiting. It does, I will say, it does sting, especially when you're a naturally impatient person like I am. It stings when you're right and you don't get in it because you're being too patient. But I have hurt myself jumping in too early more than I have by just missing the trade. So we'll just wait.
Yep.
We'll hang out. It's fine.
Yeah, just...
Plus, next Monday we'll be back on a live account and not these annoying-ass props I've been doing for a few months. And I can't be fucking around on that.
Yeah, that's the I mean, not saying it's not real money on the prop account, but
yeah, it is a funded prop account, so it's real money. We've taken a few payouts from this account already on the show. It's real money, but it's not the same psychologically when you're trading a prop account. And for those of you who missed it, several months ago, we had taken a show account from $1,000 to just under $8,000 and got locked in a trade we could not exit when testing out Webull's futures platform. So I can't say I'm an advocate for Webull's futures. I still like them for options, but how come y'all worry about all these things, prices either going to go up or down? The only thing that matters is controlling risk. And you do that by what? Watching price? And then this gamma exposure gives us more confluence of where we're going to go.
Data.
I only worry about two things,
Trez.
A lot of people look at more shit than me, that's for sure. A lot of people are much better traders than me. I look at two things. Price action and that nice little tool you see on the left-hand side of Anthony's screen right there. The Unusual Whales Gex Periscope. Updates every 1 minute. Attributed market maker positioning. Price tends to gravitate toward heavy positive gamma. And that's why we took a short toward that bottom end of the range. They're already bouncing through this negative gamma. I want them to push back up. Give me that re-entry. But so far, that stair step has formed lower. Maybe they're not going to do it for me, and that's okay. But I still think they will. So I'll wait. Chilling.
Looking through my tape. Ooh, what are these?
Good for you, homie. I'm glad that works for you. Keep it going.
Yeah, hey,
everyone
do what
trades
works
differently.
For you. Everybody trades differently. Just do what works for you. If it works for you, keep it going.
TSMs are a little hard. We've got a lot of open interest on these.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm looking at there. Yeah. I think they might. I want to kind of take a peek here at that previous open interest. So, man, I don't like the short datedness though with all the earnings this week. I really don't like that. I do like those put premiums poking up there though. I think a
lot of that's coming right off of this contract, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks. I mean, you got 2,300 coming in here. I mean, that's. I don't like the short datedness though. I don't like the short dated weekly on it. I mean, you got a lot of earnings this week, and you don't want to get caught on the wrong end of something.
Earnings gets
nice. Like I mean, like that Google put or not Google put. I'd be sad if that was a put, but the Google calls like from Friday. That's probably the only trade I'll take all week. I'm not. I mean, you've heard me say it a million times. I'm not a fan of the earnings season and how a lot of those big names can kind of sway us. And even just kind of looking at that, I want to pull it up here. Yeah, look at this week here. Let me switch this a little bit here. I mean, this is your biggest earnings week of the season right now. I mean, You got Coke,
Unless you count
Visa.
NVIDIA, that kind of takes up a week on its
Yeah,
own.
yeah. UPS, Royal Caribbean, Microsoft, Meta, ARM, I mean, so many names here that can move sectors. Apple, Amazon. It's, and then oil on Friday. Like, just you don't need to trade just to trade it. I mean, look at the weightings that we're having this week. Like, this is why I don't tend to trade a lot during earnings season, just because a lot of this is going to impact the broader market. I'm not going to guess if it's going to be positive or negative. I will wait until earnings seasons are done. Like Google, I took just because Google already reported. So the likelihood, yes, it can get impacted, but they already kind of had their report. Yeah, we're kind of past that. So,
Yeah, fair.
That's when I kind of, go with that there, man.
What did they do on earnings? Did they take a tumble and you caught the earnings?
Yeah, they actually they reported really good earnings, and yeah, that's waited because it got I think it dropped like 7% that day after earnings. Let me pop it up here. Let me pop her up here. Yeah, there's your big earnings gap down here. Let me just pop this over here. Yeah, it was a nasty little drop there after earnings, so we closed down here. Yeah, I mean, we opened up about down 6%. It was down about 8% almost on the day there after earnings. So, Google's going to probably bounce back at some point there, and starting to kind of see a little bounce back there. And, that's like this is when I kind of like to look at technicals with flow here too. Like, let me just pop this over here quick to those Google calls here quick. Look at me doing technicals on a Monday. What's wrong with me? Like, man, those things are looking good there. Where's my Google? Let's go to the chart. Because I had somebody ask me over the weekend, they're like, how do you kind of manage risk with flow? Like, just kind of, I don't do like a percent loss for my contracts. Like, I'm more looking at spots more so on the chart there, because and trying to do the days to expiration. But look at that almost perfect bounce off that uptrend there.
Speaking of
Google.
spots, I am short and I'm about to take it already.
Let's see.
There's the stair step I was looking for. I would like a new low, but I'm not going to get cocky. We're 1 for 1 on the morning. I would like to stay that way. Right now we're up about $200 on the day. Let's get a nice little push down for you, boy Stoney. If we go 2 for 2 right off the open, folks, happy campers out here. Happy campers out here. This can just as easily do that W thing. That's really annoying if you're sitting in a short. That tends to reverse on you. But right now, it's looking good. I'm feeling cozy.
It's a cozy Monday morning.
It's a cozy Monday morning. All right, if this prints a bottom wick, I'll take it off.
Cozy Monday morning?
It's like 108 degrees out already. It's pretty cozy. All right, looks like they're going to reverse right back out of this. I'll take it off at about break even if they get me here. That's okay. That's okay. Same shit. You're going to take little haircuts here and there. Let's see how high they take this. If they get it all the way up to that original entry I wanted on that second short from earlier, I will be taking it with vigorous passion. But right now, I'm on the screen. Let's see what this 1 minute does. I'm going to take this one too. Same one. Literally the same trade. I want that new low. I'll keep y'all posted on that. In the meantime, folks, keep your flow requests coming. This is moving in my direction right now. I like to see that. Keep those flow requests coming. We will trickle those in here and there while we keep an eye on our gamma exposure data and futures scalps. Monday's going to be very futures heavy moving forward. So we're going to start practicing that a little bit today. See if we can't keep trades running while we're live. Right now, we're still just chilling in this same trade. Nothing really surprising going on yet. What do we got on market tide right now, Anthony? Is it in my favor?
Yeah, take a peek at it here. You can probably see it on my screen. Your all put premiums are just skyrocketing. Call premiums are kind of cooling. Out of the money put premiums are trying. Still got a lot of positive heavy net volume though, but yeah, I mean, you got NVIDIA contributing to the market tide there, SanDisk, QQQ itself. Yeah, it's kind of favoring your downside thesis right now.
Well, let's favor it a little bit harder because we're still in profit on the chaser here. I want
Go
that new
test
low.
that
Let's see if they just make
45
me
there
sweat
for ya.
it. Yeah, they're gonna
See
make
if
me
we can
sweat
test
for
that
it.
50, 45 there for you.
All I want's a new low. I just have my profit take way down here in case they knife it to catch a little bit of it. But I plan to flatten right when we get to that low of day here. I'll take 132 times in a row with just a $30 haircut in between. I'll take that. If they give me a new low, guess what? We just wait for that exact same pattern in the form that we just did here. We did that stair step up top, rejected and tumbled on down. We caught that short earlier. We exited right on top of this shelf from the recovery, just in case. Little risk management. There's no reason to get cocky and greedy. We're taking little haircut losses for wider range wins. There's that low of day. So you see on this candle, they bounced right up to the bottom of the recovery. That was entry. I got stopped out of that first one right about here. We chased it in again on this one. Once they printed that heavy top wick on the 1 minute candle, that was my entry short with a stop above this. This being the same stair step that this was. I'm sure there's a much more technical term for this shit. I'm sure there is. But I didn't learn how to trade from some furu that charges $2,000 for information that's out there for free. I learned how to trade first with options flow and only flow. I didn't even know how to chart until like 4 years ago. All I did was flow for like 6 years. And it was fine. But I just call this a stair step pattern. And that's what it's doing. Stair step 1, stair step 2. Now, depending on how low they take this, I'll be looking for them to do it a third time in that 460 range. At the bottom of the range of this last stair step, just like they did here. That's what I'll be looking for in this area. So if they give it to me, great. If they don't, we wait. We're chilling. I'm going to call that 2 for 3, because technically we got stopped out of this one for about $30. But we're 2 for 3 on the morning. Nothing but Periscope and price action, baby. That's all you need.
There you go.
That's all you
And
need.
We're testing that 50 right here. I mean, kind of testing that bottom of the range there. Where we're kind of looking.
Yeah, I don't hate my
See if we
exit.
get
I didn't catch the whole thing, but I don't hate my exit.
What the hell's going on there? You hear that?
I
or
think
am
Tucker
crazy?
just beat up his microphone to stretch.
My mic was muted the whole time.
Oh shit! Well, it looks like we got more alien interference
Another
Monday
holiday.
morning, baby. Let's go.
So maybe it was Tucker the whole time, and he was just blaming me.
Well, he was
Maybe.
muted, and your
Maybe.
cam lights up, so no.
Okay.
You're not
Okay.
getting out of this
Jeez.
one. You are possessed. Oh, we are tumbling right now on the NAS.
Yeah, those put premiums are screaming up right now, out of the money.
I do expect a little bit of slowdown here on SPX. If you clip back there to the Periscope, we're coming right
Yeah.
on top of that little positive gamma wall. That tends to suppress momentum when you get to those wide range positive gamma spots. It tends to suppress that acceleration a little bit. Maybe we'll get a nice little bounce to get back in. If they lose that, the heaviest positive gamma is way down at 74.10, and that would be spicy. That would be spicy. Another 40, yeah, about another 40 points down. That'd be spicy. Those net call premiums are not hanging on at all. I hope you took profit on Google. How's Google doing?
If I did, Google's
Dope.
still up.
Dope,
Google's
dope,
still
dope.
up.
You love a winning option swing, baby.
If we kind of chop, when I see a little chop here and a little slowdown, I might try to snag along here because as we're in this positive gamma here, I'm not going to catch this falling knife though. Absolutely not. So I just want to see a little recovery. So
Yeah,
there
me
we
too,
go.
so I can
little
short again.
recovery. There we go. I'm going to set a stop here. Let me just
Oh,
kind of
you're
get
going for
ready
it.
here just in case. Just in case. Let's see how that changed there. So we're right in that positive gamma here. If we lose 40, I'm gonna probably get out of that here. But let's just kind of
I'm
get
wanting
this
them
up.
to back test so I can short, so I don't
So-
hate
so
your
you can
long,
get back
but I also
in.
don't have the balls to long also.
I don't. Hey, one of us can long, one of us can short. Yeah, I think this
Just
might
go
be a quick
back and
little-
forth.
Hey, hey, you know what? You know what? Oh, this might not hold. It doesn't seem like she wants to hold. I'll watch it at 40 here. If we get below 40 there, I'm going to get out. But not a hot start to the short or to the long there.
Keep an eye on it. I want the NAS to bounce, but they're printing another top wick. I might not get my
Yeah, I
stair
don't
step
like
quite
that.
yet. New low Nazi. It's bouncing a little.
Trying.
We're
We're at
right
the-
on top of
kind
that
of the
positive
end
gamma, so
there.
I don't hate
Yep.
it for a slowdown. I don't know how much of a comeback they'll give, though. NASDAQ has given back almost all of its 1.5%. It's down to only up
Yep.
0.2%. New low
It's gonna
NASDAQ.
stop me out.
It might. They're not giving me my stair step either.
Let's see. I'm not gonna move my stop. I'll just let it stop. Let's see.
What's
Might
going
get a
on,
little
Mary
pop.
Hoffman?
Let's see. Here's your spot for the pop though, right at 40. I mean,
step
this
either.
is these sellers or buyers need to come in here. That's a nice wick there though. That's a nice
It is a
wick
nice
there.
wick.
Tickled that stop a little bit there.
I need
Let me
like
put my
a 50-point bounce in the Nasdaq to get in another short here. So
I'll
I'm
take it
sitting
there.
on my hands. But I would love them to get it for you, baby. Let's go.
Let's go back up and test 70 there.
Yeah. That might be wishful
I was gonna
thinking.
set
I think
this
they
up
might be
here.
stair-stepping it here. So keep your risk managed, but I don't hate it.
Yep.
Nasdaq's going for it.
Oh, that
New
was
low
the
Nas.
nice candle there too. That was the nice candle I wanted to get that recovery, but man, let's keep her going. Let's see if we can get a little bounce there.
I think they might get you here momentarily. Nazi new low. I really wanted Nazi to bounce harder anyway, so I'm hoping for your long because I want a new entry short. This is too much risk for me to chase here.
Look at all this positive gamma
Yeah,
here
but it's
too.
falling off too. Keep it.
Yeah,
keep an eye on that.
yep. Yeah, your better floor might be 7,400, 7,405. We'll see. If it stops me out, it's gonna stop me out, but I'm just gonna leave that here for now. Just see if we can get a little quick pop there.
Nasdaq did form another stair there at 374, 375-ish. 60 points above us. Anything right here for me is just way too much risk on to chase into this. So I'm still sitting on my hands and waiting. I really want a bounce reversal so I can get short. And so Anthony can make a little bit of money on his long there trying to catch a knife. Risky businessman, but I do like the wall of positive gamma we're bouncing on. I just need a little bit more so I can get short. Nasdaq struggle busing. This is the exciting part when you're in a trade but nothing's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like, just can we do something?
Either abuse me or pleasure me. Come on. What's this in between teasing?
Oh, I don't like that market tide for the long. Let's get a nice, 4 or 5 points on here. I'll be happy. Wants to go.
I'm still just sitting here on my
Also
hands, man,
update.
waiting.
Yeah,
Nasdaq looks like it's rounding the bottom a little bit. Let's get a nice pop into that negative gamma range and give me a cleaner entry. Or a recovery for me to long, but I'm not a knife catcher. I get really uncomfortable with longs. I love the conviction because sometimes you have trouble with that on futures and you maintained your stop. And now we're back up at break even. Let's see what they do. Nasdaq is forming another stair step, man. So this could get dicey again.
That's an ugly candle.
I don't like that they didn't bounce high enough for me to enter, though. They're just bullying me. They're making me feel bad for winning earlier and being patient. I think that's what this is.
They're making me feel pain for just being patient.
Good evening from Germany.
Oh.
Thanks for tuning in with us on your evening, homie.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out.
I'm gonna have to dip to get a new beverage shortly. I'm almost out of coffee, man.
Yeah, I don't like
that's
this.
not
Seems
pretty.
like it wants to kind of
That's not pretty.
roll down. I'll keep her though. I'll keep her. What do we got there for that update? Little fall off below us.
Still
but
220
not-
people hanging out with us on Twitter. Thanks, folks. We'll be getting the flow reviews here shortly, so if that's what you came for, don't worry. We'll still be doing that. Just getting a little practice in for how our Mondays are going to be moving forward starting next Monday, where we heavily focus on futures. Nice bounce on the Nas. Let's take out that little half-assed stair step they formed so I can get in too. I want it basically way up above this fake stair step. I want this one to be fake because I want up higher. I want like a 420 to 430 entry to get back in short. That gives me a much wider range to play with and a tighter stop to play with. I don't like having really wide stops. I like taking paper cut losses while I let her rip as we open up the range. Let's see what they do. See if they get a nice V here to go back and back test. I don't really want a 40. I got to take it. If they take me out, they take me out, folks. Rules are rules.
It's just not giving you an entry.
Nope, we are at the bottom of that last stair step. If it's a real stair step, we got about another 50 points downward. I'm taking it. I got to take it. But while I'm sitting in this, How's that long? Dude, they keep teasing you a break even.
Yeah,
don't
I know.
they?
It's just.
If this
teasing
candle
me at
prints, I
break
move
even.
my stop down to it. We're already up nice on this short. I'm moving my stop. If they take it out, that's okay. That means I'll get a higher stair step like I wanted. But right now, the pattern has been get bent, Stony, you're waiting. And I'm tired of waiting, folks. Little impatient, but the pattern's the same. I'm in it. If we get a new low here on the NASDAQ, I'll probably take it off. SPX is holding up a little bit better down here at the lows than the NASDAQ is. That means ES and MES are too. NASI is about to get me to take profit on this. See what they do here. Give me that new low. Give me that new low on NASDAQ, but not ES. Not ES. And I'm out. I'll take it. I'll take it. That probably has me at my profit target for this account, which I usually stop at about 300 on. So I'll flip over to another one. Nope, we're at 280. You know what? I usually like to say don't fuck around and find out for 20 bucks, but I'm gonna. We're gonna keep things interesting. I want my perfect 300 today for you guys watching. Close enough is usually where I stop, but like I said, our Mondays are going to be much more futures oriented, and I got to let it open up when the patterns are still there, and honey, they're still there. Let's see what SPX does for Anthony. Nazi keeps making new lows, but the ES is not yet.
Holding up a little
It's holding
bit.
up a little better. A little better than tech. Let's see what they do for you. Nazi's trying to get me back in. I am going to drop size, though, down to 1. So I don't make things difficult for myself to take a payout on this account. As I did that one time. I had to trade like 4 more days because of how much we made that one day.
Yeah.
Like, what a problem to have. But I'm excited for next Monday, folks. We'll be back on a personal account after the Wee Bull Snafu Armageddon for the last show account. We'll be back on cash next Monday, a week from today. And I'll be able to let these profitable trades ride.
I don't like that build up down there at 7,400.
I did short that
Building up
pop.
there.
My stop's right above this exact same candle. I want this to wick way down immediately. Again, on the NASDAQ, not on the ES. I want Anthony to get redemption here. NASDAQ's trying to hang on to this bounce. This is why I downsized as well, because we're really close to my 300 profit target. If I get stopped out, I want it to be like 30 bucks, not 100. Feel me? They're getting really close to my stop, though, Anthony. Maybe you have a little life left.
They've been tickling my stop the whole time here.
All right,
and
they
they've
took
been
me out.
tickling
I
my
lost 20
break-even.
on that. Let's rip it for Anthony. I like your sell limit, too. That's where I would try to short the first one. Paper cut stop out with the target way up at that 74.90 bounce spot that they lost earlier. But right now, sitting on my hands.
You gotta get through this negative gamma, man. Just give me a little push up through it. Let's see a push up through it. That's all I'm asking. Man, we've been sitting in this little scalp for 11 minutes, man.
Hey,
Like,
Tucker,
I'm
we have
just
a
like,
question
oh.
about an explanation of Periscope. Could you grab the short version video on the Unusual Whales YouTube for the YouTube homie? A non-trader off. But essentially, we look for wide negative gamma zones, the red ones, to be acceleration. Market makers tend to buy into strength through negative gamma and sell into weakness through negative gamma. So entering in the middle of a negative gamma zone is a little dicey. But your targets tend to be those heavy positive gamma areas. Those tend to be where market maker positioning gravitates toward. And that's why you'll start seeing a little suppression. That's part of why Anthony took this long. We were coming up from above on top of a positive gamma zone. He jumped in to try to take a long off of that as support. And right now, I'm loving the conviction he's had. Just hanging out. Even if he gets stopped out, he set his risk. He set his risk at the beginning of the trade, and he left his risk where it was. Sometimes stopping out early is fine, but sometimes it's nice to just let it sit and do what it's going to do for you.
See if we can maybe get a little move up and at least adjust up and get something out of this trade, man.
Yeah, I want a much higher back test to jump in on this, preferably.
Yeah, I mean, we're in that negative gamma right now.
We just tested the bottom of that last stair step on NASDAQ. Let's see if they reject it.
I always get worried in that negative gamma there, man. Oh.
I took that short again.
It just
I'm sorry to keep
entry.
shorting it while it teases you, man. I just added to it.
Oh, God.
Like I said, I started off with lower. All right, we're above my 300 price target here. If this gets me a new low, I'm going to take it out. If it bounces out, I'm going to take it out. I'll let this account go to 400 today if it gets there. But we're not going to get too cocky. Next Monday, I will let these rip, folks. I won't be doing as much of this 300 and done shit because I won't have any prop rules to deal with. But I'm going to manage my risk a lot tighter on that account. It's a personal account. All right, I don't like that bounce. I like it for Anthony. I don't like it for me. Let's get a new low here, Naz. Let's get a new low here, Naz. Thank you.
Oh, it stopped me. It just stopped me,
Naz.
too.
All right,
It
we're at
stopped
350
me.
on this account. That's an okay spot. I'm going to switch over to another funded account I have. I cannot wait till Monday, dude. We don't have to do any of the switching over shit. I don't have to worry about
That'll be nice.
making too much. We'll be able to keep it entertaining for the folks, win or lose. But like you just saw, Anthony got stopped out. You saw me get stopped out earlier. We don't hide losses on this show. So can you trust our information? Probably. But you can trust at the very least that we're not fucking lying to you when we're taking these trades. You're going to see us lose and win on this show. We give you the whole rigmarole, baby.
Look who just hit the tape. Look who just hit the tape.
Guy, man. I'm almost like it's hard for me not to believe it's the same bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's hard not to believe that. It's hard not to believe it's the same person. Like just the whole way down from the first day of options, this fucker sells calls and pockets millions of dollars while we sit here and just observe.
Somebody's pretty smart there. Somebody's pretty smart.
Man, need money to make money type shit. Dude, that went all the way down to that next target I outlined for you guys. I just want to point out really quick why these purple lines of justice are the things that I play every fucking time they're visited. You see how we lost that pre-market, back-tested and rejected? Ever since, it's been straight down. We're down 400 points off of that. That is one of my most beautiful levels that I will continue to calculate forward as contracts roll forward. 923 does the same damn thing way up there. Let me get it on an hourly so we can see those tests. Every reclaim, every back test, even here on the hourly, it's rejectionville. Right there, it was support. All the way up to another purple line of justice I have way up at 29,181. And would you look at that? Reject, 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 reclaim. Back test and hold to the moon. Held to support down here on the way down too. So anytime I see my purple lines get tested, you best believe I'm going to play them. And that's just part of my rules, part of my setups. That 634 rejection and failure to hold gave us a 400-point drop. That is never leaving my chart. Somebody clip that for Nate because I talk so much shit about my purple lines. Nate is a former floor trader. He's a professional trader, dividend expert, options expert, futures phenom. And he's the one who helped me start trusting my strategy by basically telling me to stop being a pussy every day. And then he made a shitload of money with it and made fun of me. So that helped. But he used to question my purple lines of justice, and now he's a believer. Nasdaq might tumble through this 226.
Yeah, look at our Periscope update here. I was gonna say I'm looking for a short entry. Look at down there at 73.85.
That buildup is pristine. Now that doesn't necessarily mean we'll get there, but it definitely opens up the possibility that they can't hang on to the current positive gamma we're sitting on. I would not long.
I was gonna say I don't like the spot here to go short. Man, can we come up here and maybe test 55? Probably. Kind of a little pop there. We need a big pop there. Maybe even 45 for a quick little entry.
How did you determine those lines and what are the equivalent to NDX? I'm going to be honest, I don't really look at NDX. But those lines, I don't do line charting like a normal price action trader. They usually will flip between the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and chart levels that held as support, etc. I only trade intraday, so I don't really care all that much about long-term levels. The only reason those lines are there is because I noticed constant reaction to them. And if over the course of weeks, I keep seeing that same reaction in either direction, I turn it purple and play it every time it visits. Like you'll see I have these other levels here. There's one right above there that we were ranging in the pre-market right there at 702. That's not purple because I haven't had it on there long enough or seen enough reaction on higher time lines, not time frames. I don't really chart on higher time frames. Maybe I should, but my strategy works for me and I'm not going to change it right now. For those who missed our psychology episode with Wayne Hoffman, you can head over to the Unusual Whales Spotify and check that one out. We talked quite a bit about my fuck up last September when I lost a family member in a car accident, unfortunately. And I fucked my shit up. I nuked an entire account that I was up about 35 grand on, nuked the whole thing in about a week, trading with a bad mental. And this strategy has been doing well for me so far, and adding to it is not something I want to do, especially when, honestly, it's been almost a year still recovering from that blow up. That's part of the reason I've been doing props and locking myself at these $300 days. Just be grateful for what I can make instead of getting greedy for more until I'm comfortable with myself again after what I did last September. So go check out that episode. It's a really cool episode. We also had Wayne do some mentalist tricks and fuck with Anthony, and that was really fun. It was really fun for me. But go check that one out. Really good episode about just general human psychology, how your habits and your impulses can fuck your day up. Highly recommend. One of my favorite guests we've ever had. Maybe even my favorite guest. He was fun as hell, dude.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
BK, they're not daily or weekly determined for me. Like I said, I don't chart things like a normal person. They're just straight up when I'm watching my 1 and 3 minute charts. If I see that thing repeatedly get tested like that and have a reaction, I draw it. That's it. That's all there is to it from me. I'm not much of a chartist. I just keep my intraday stuff on. Nate used to hate it. Like I said, Nate used to hate it.
Man. Well, I'm happy to see I haven't got back up to my long entries. So I'm happy to see
I don't
that.
hate the stop out. NASDAQ almost looks like it wants to take another step down.
Yeah, all that positioning is down there at 85 right now.
Indeed is.
I'm almost looking for a short. I mean, we're kind of rolling over here.
Yeah, right now every pop is getting sold off. So that right there where we just rejected would have been another short for me. I haven't switched over to the other account yet.
I'm looking short. I mean, man, they're building that 85 down there. I just don't like where we are, just right on top of that positive gamma. By luck, I'll try to short here, and then we'll just, hey, let's go through that negative gamma to the upside.
Trump tweets.
Oh God!
Just sends it.
Yeah, send it the opposite way that I'm in probably again. That market tide's kind of. Call premiums are still dipping. They're pretty much at their lowest levels there too. Man, I like the short. I just don't like where we are. I'm gonna take a little if we
don't
come
get cocky. You see how they're still making that stair step pattern. Let them come to you. Let them come to you.
Yeah, I want
just
this
like we did earlier, man.
I
missed a 100-point trade, and we still hit the profit target on this account. I missed a 100-point trade because I was too patient, and I will die on the hill that it's better to miss a trade than get caught off sides and watch your shit rip you open in the meanwhile. Chasing there could have worked, sure. It might even work, but you see the pattern. It's going to keep repeating it until it doesn't, and we can keep vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky.
Yeah, I don't like that positive gamma there anyways. We're trying to hold it there. I'd rather see that positive gamma kind of flip and see some of this grow down there again a little bit more. We'll see. It's only not even an hour and about 50 minutes into the day. Put premiums are kind of trailing off a little bit there.
Gex does not appear to be down on UW, to the homie that asked. That's what Anthony's looking at right now. Seems to be working fine on my side as well. Net put premiums are taking a little tumble down here at lows, though.
Look at that growth, though,
yeah,
again.
That 73.85 is coming out swinging.
Man.
That negative gamma above us is becoming more negative, but I'm not seeing any positive gamma building up on the other side of it.
No.
But I still expect that same stalling we're seeing here at 74.30 on SPX. They have failed to lose that, even though it's falling off a little bit. They haven't quite lost it yet. If they got all the way down to 73.85, even I would take a long, man.
I'd hope so. I mean, got some ways to go to get there.
But no, to answer your question, Gex is not down on my side.
Man, I like these candles. So if you're looking for a short, look at those nice wicks it's printing there. I want to see how this next update looks because I like that short setup there.
NASDAQ's going to go for another low.
It's going to go without us, yeah.
Well, while we wait for this gamma profile to update again and give us a little bit more information on if they're going to go ahead and truck down toward that heavy positive gamma, why don't we take a couple of flow requests here Start chugging them in chat, folks. We'll make a little backlist here. In the meanwhile, we got about 10 minutes till an hour after the market opened. Tucker, did you want to cover a little bit of the weekend news? I know we had something regarding NVIDIA setting a pretty hefty sum aside for OpenAI data centers. What the hell's going on with that, man?
Yeah, here, let me share my...
You're going to want to crank that mic, though. I don't know why yours is so quiet.
Is this better? Is that better?
I kind of like it like that.
Is this better? Nick, is this better?
It just sounds
No.
so muted. I
It's
don't
like
know what it is.
muffly, kind of.
This is
It's like
this is at
muffly.
full volume. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm not on the right mic input on... That's more likely to be the issue.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
you're on your
in a
webcam.
tunnel,
It
kind
says
of.
it's your webcam. You're on your
There we
webcam
go.
mic.
How's that?
Now it's on the Yeti, but it's still quiet. Try again.
Okay, hold on. How's that?
There we go. We can hear him.
Oh.
There you go.
unfortunately.
Okay. Weird. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
All right. Are you screen sharing or anything? I can pay attention.
Yeah. I was fixing my mic.
We're super clean.
Oh wait, hold on.
This is the
I
cleanest
can't
show.
use Reuters for this.
He has to close all those porn tabs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know me and my porn. God.
You know me and my porn.
Okay, here we go.
Super exciting breaking news here.
You want me to come over for $200 and help you, Tucker?
For $200.
What a
To
callback.
what? To open a window?
That's a Jay-Z callback because he paid someone to come fix his computer, and it was literally his
Oh,
power
that's right.
cables were
That's
loose.
right. Did-
All right, what the
What
hell's going on
happened
with
to that guy,
NVIDIA,
you know?
man? Walk us through this.
Well, if you can believe it, the
If you
and
can
people
believe
like
it.
AI.
Go ahead and
If
zoom
you
in a bit on that
believe-
article.
Investors like
Perfect.
AI, and so we've got an article here from CNBC talking about oh wait, no, shit, fuck. See, the problem is I was on Reuters earlier, and then they're like, oh no, you need to like subscribe or
Yeah.
whatever to read this.
You'll have that.
God dang it.
It's only $1 per week, Tucker. Just grab
For
a
pennies a
recycled one.
month.
They all copy
Here we
paste
go.
each other anyway. It's
Wall
fine.
Street Journal?
Yeah,
Do they-
sure.
do they-
It's going to be the exact same information. They probably copy pasted it from Reuters like they all do. That's what it is. They just copy paste that shit.
Well,
Run it
we
through
can
an
read the
AI
first
generator to
paragraph.
change the verbiage a little bit.
It's only $2 a week.
Dude, oh
guys.
my god! Just go back to CNBC, dude. Fuck this. This is insane. I'm not paying. Wait, paywalling news is insane to me, but I get it. They need their bag. Just go to CNBC. They're not gonna charge you. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, NVIDIA, everyone right now in the tech industry is really into what are we gonna do with AI? How can we invest in data centers? We want to be the one first to the top. And it's interesting because I understand that race of like, oh god, we can't be left behind, but also like it looks a little goofy right now. But OpenAI is one of the bigger faces in the. Would you say they're the biggest face in like the current like AI kind of bubble?
OpenAI, Anthropic, fucking. Yeah. They're the
Yeah.
most buzzwordy.
Yeah. So when we're talking about
With Sam
OpenAI
Altman.
and NVIDIA working together here, what kind of impact has that had on either of their like the way that people are investing?
NVIDIA
talking about
investors love this shit. I mean, chips are
Yeah.
down a little bit. Don't get me wrong. They're a little pullbacky, but like I said, I wouldn't have the balls to short anything involved in data centers until the bubble itself pops, if it indeed does. But NVIDIA has profited handsomely off of these pushes. Down a lot today, though. Look at that.
But the chat can't see. You should switch over to that if you're.
They can see it at the top of your screen.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I thought you were looking at your charts up. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder. Well, what's your read on that? Like why they would be down if people are supposed to be happy with this?
There's been a bit of a. Oops, I got rid of Anthony.
Finally, God.
There's been a bit of a pullback in chips, pretty widespread. Nvidia's back. I think TSM had a little tumble down too. Nothing crazy, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, because they've been up and to the right ever since AI became hyped. Like 5-6 years ago now during COVID, people were using like Mid-Journey and all of those.
Dude,
but
I remember that, yeah.
nothing
Feels like
goes
forever
straight
ago.
up all the time. I'm of the mind that the hype's not over. I think NVIDIA will set new highs in the near future again. That said, I want to catch the downside if said bubble ever pops. A lot of smarter people than me are calling it a bubble, and I'm inclined to believe them when you see hundreds of billions of dollars getting punted left and right with no profitability whatsoever to accompany it. There's a lot of environmental issues happening, like data centers flooding people's drinking water with sediment. That's happening in a lot of the cities they're popping up. Yeah, people aren't loving it. It's driving energy costs up quite a bit, but the data centers get a whole slew of tax breaks. So that's kind of shit for people in general because our energy prices go up, but the causing factors of those energy prices get they get handouts basically. In addition to their billions and billions and billions and billions, in some cases trillions of dollars going into them, they're still getting tax breaks and shit while we have to pay higher prices. That's kind of lame. But you know, capitalism get a capitalist. Not a whole lot we can do there.
Yeah, and frankly, not a whole lot we can do about the all this gigantic AI moves being made, right? Is like, you know, if you think it's smart to invest in it, by all means, but we on this side we can't really do that much about it. Things are going to happen. It's such a bigger force than we have any control over.
We kind of just take it to the face until it stops, honestly.
Yeah.
We just pay for it. Pay for it. That's what we can do. We can give them more money. We can give more money to our electrical companies and
there we go.
All that fun stuff.
What could be more important? Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Let's make the rich richer, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Feed the rich. Feed the rich.
Where's Jay-Z? I want to give him some money. See in chat? Jay-Z, send me your Venmo. I'll send you $5. Make the rich richer.
Just send me $5. What the fuck?
Let's see,
I'm going to make the rich richer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Maybe
if
you send him the if you send him the $5, maybe he'll send you those spices finally.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? It's been almost a year since he promised me those Sri Lankan spices.
Spot for the pop though, right at 40.
What was he promising you? He was promising to send you some.
Yeah, he probably. I was talking about all the Southeast Asian cuisine I like.
Nice wick there, though. That's a nice wick there.
Whoa, why am I getting
tickled that stop?
I'm getting aqua. Oh, it's Twitter's fault. Twitter unmuted itself, so I was getting some replay there. Audience got to hear that. Heard Anthony from 20 minutes ago. But I guess, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I guess we could take a look at NVIDIA stuff if you want to just do a cold read on NVIDIA options quick, Anthony. But I mean, you know, it's gonna mirror what the market's doing on a day like today on such a big name as NVIDIA. You're gonna see some puts flow from today. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
NVIDIA's probably making up a really good portion of the net market premium. You're goddamn right. It's making up most of it. Yeah, there's no surprise there. Market down today in general after its 1.5% uppies, a really deep pullback. A lot of that caused by chips. NVIDIA notwithstanding here. A lot of puts flows probably coming in. What are those 200s?
Yeah, it's gonna not be very actionable stuff, but you know,
that's already up as hell. They're just barely in the money too.
17 cents to $1.
NASDAQ is shitting below that 226 level. Look at that. They tried to hold it as support for a hot second there. Now they're down over 100 points from there. This has been a full-blown turnaround on the NAS from its 1.5% uppies. I'm telling you, dude, that purple line of justice is becoming gospel for me. Just look at this shit. Anytime we lose it, we backtest these 220s, and now we've lost those. I wouldn't feel any confidence in longing until they reclaim that and hold it as a pretty firm support. And that's, again, over 100 points above us now. Nasty. Nasty.
Well, I guess that spread building down at the bottom was kind of telling there. Man, we are red on the day now. What?
They're down to 7,400 almost, baby.
You see profits. You got to take those profits. And we were talking about testing that full range, and here we are again, now coming towards the bottom of the range.
Flip over to an hour after open here. I'm going to flip it to just you, Anthony, for a minute. Tucker, did you have any other important breaking news for the boys?
I did not know. We spent like 30 minutes this morning be like,
I mean, unrelated to everything, but it cracked me up a little bit. There was a brewery in Minnesota that was trying to get the most amount of bald men in one place at one time, and that cracks me up a little bit. I don't know why. It's stupid.
Does Minnesota have an above average
I don't
density
know.
of bald people?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I sent
they were
Anthony a clip the other day about people getting pissy about Southern people. It's like, why are they all renowned for like going fishing, going hunting, drinking, when we Midwesterners do it harder? And they're like, I drink so much. It's like a middle-aged woman housewife in Wisconsin will drink you under the table. And I thought that cracked me up a little. But I'm gonna flip to you, Anthony, here, and I'm gonna go get a cold beverage to offset the hot coffee because I'm starting to sweat my ass off. I'll be right back.
You do that. I'm gonna flip through the tape here quick, just see what's kind of going on.
You do have a blanket request for IREN as well. We can start taking some blanket flow requests for the next half hour here, and maybe that's how we'll structure it when we start going futures only on Mondays. We'll do an hour and a half of just trading, losing, then winning, and then we'll do flow for the last half hour. I think we can probably marry ourselves to that structure. But I'll be right back.
I think that'd work. So blanket request for IREN here. Let me pop that up here. I actually think I saw something hit my tape with IREN. Let me just go check here. Did have that short dated call come in, but little far out of the money for the weekly here. I just want to look at this tape, see if anything kind of sticks out on that. Really high IV. They're down now, obviously, with everything kind of dropping. Yeah, I mean, real time, I look at these here. You get that spike in that IV when they come in. Spot is filling at the ask. Let's kind of take a peek here. Yeah, I mean, real time, if I saw these, I'd lean buy to open on them. There, obviously, got all week, and they're kind of down a little bit now. But yeah, that's the one that hit my tape there. Now, again, we know it's an opening trade. We're kind of looking at, and again, this is kind of why I like to avoid that flow right away in the morning, just because IREN was up pretty significantly here, and now they're kind of down. So could they have been sold? Possibly. I would have read the tape as a buy with the IV increase and the fills at the ask, but yeah, curious to kind of see there. I mean, call premium's just dipped pretty hard right there. Let me check, see if there's anything else on it. Yeah, it looks like that 4-day one's kind of the highest one there. Some bid side puts coming in here, but we do have a lot of open interest on these. Yeah, and it's not going to really be directional. You got a bunch of no side stuff here. You got bid side here. Just want to go back and look. Yeah, that's really all we have there. Almost could be, oops, let's go back 14, nope, 30. Got 12,000 there, so we're about 22,000-ish or so. Here's 15 plus another 6. I got a feeling we're going to see somewhat of a change here, and a lot of this and then that volume from Friday here, only some that carried over. Yeah, this is too messy to really do anything with on this one there.
Not loving those no side fills.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the tape here. Just all short-dated stuff with a lot of volume. That's lighter than that open interest. I don't know how our heat zone looks on that there. A lot of negative gamma below us there. Looks like they like that 34 strike there on the weekly. 821, a lot of negative gamma down there on 34, 35, and 33 as well. Put walls way down there, obviously, take into account of how far away it actually is from the price there. I mean, it's the put walls there, but it's not your closest kind of major level. And yeah, just look at all that acceleration here. I mean, this thing could get nasty. When do we have earnings on this thing? Or do we have earnings? 827? Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing, I mean, the only flow that kind of, would have stuck out to me are those weekly 38 calls there. I mean, they're just getting blasted right now. I mean, they're down about 40 cents from that whale's entry. Now, that's not saying that, it potentially can't come back, but they could be short calls too. It's just hard to fully know. The tape looks good, but that's all I'm really seeing for IREN there on that guy. All right, let's see. Anything else new coming in here? Man, that is a nasty looking market tide right now.
Can you do me a favor quick? I think I just found a little market tide bug. Are you able to click on your market tide chart?
Like that?
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. I'm going to ask.
I don't think that's supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Completely unrelated to everything, but I figured see if yours is doing it too, or if it's just me. I'm just going to quickly take a quick little teeny little screen grab of that happening so I can ask why.
Didn't they change something with the market tide? I feel like they added something in with the market tide just recently. Click a minute to that's what click over here, Nick. I think that's what it is. Look, if you click that time, it's gonna show you that flow at that time. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
sense.
That's
what it I knew they added something in there and I was like, what was it? Yeah, so that's why when you're clicking out here it's showing nothing because there's no flow at the time there. Yeah, so like if I click back here at like let's just do 9:02 a.m. here, let's just see. Yeah, so you're gonna see all that flow that's kind of
I'm gonna suggest that we don't let it open something if a time hasn't transpired. That's a neat update though. I like that.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't really looked at it yet, but that's cool. And then you can even filter it in here too. That's pretty cool.
All right, we got 24 minutes left of the show, folks. Keep those flow requests coming. Right now, we're sitting on a Netflix request, and we'll do this for the next 20 minutes or so, and then get out of your hair.
Yeah, let's take a peek here at Netflix. Netflix. See, ask side put premiums today. Call premiums are kind of down here. Positive net volume. Netflix is holding up. Anything on the tape here? Maybe these 731.75s. We got heavy volume, but look at our open interest. Let's just see. Maybe it's a clean entry. Could be. Just kind of looking at that previous stuff in here. All right, let's take a peek at our candles. So we got 4,800. I don't typically, even when that volume's, it's 4,800 candles here, or candles, geez, contracts here.
You got it.
There's 10,000 open interest. I need to see that open interest update tomorrow. Let's take a peek at these.
Yeah, I don't like when they're super even like that.
Yeah, it makes it tough. Even if even like if you go back and kind of look at it there, it's it looks like it's probably an opener, but there's just all these other spikes in there where if they're building a position over time, so like all these are coming in on the 22nd. If we look at the 22nd, even the 22nd didn't even carry over. Look at that. 7,500, you only had 1,500 carryover. Yeah, this is going to be a messy tape anyways, no matter what way, but let's go back to this here. I just want to look at this one. You get that IV spike when they come in, and then it drops a little bit at the end. What's our price doing? Price is going up. I don't like that IV dropping when that price is going up. Anything else on Netflix? Anything else? See if we can find something in here, possibly. Puts. These are also messy. Big surprise. Just looking at that volume. Yeah, not really seeing much for opening with at least a good ask side. We can check bid side, though, too. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, nothing really on the bid side of things either there. Yeah, not really much for there. I don't know how the heat zones look on it. 4 days. Yeah, we're just right in that positive gamma right now on that heat zone there. We're at our highest weekly value right now, and this is by far the biggest day there too. Next week, 11 days out. You got some positive gamma above us here. You got 18 days out too. I almost don't like, or I almost like this as a possible kind of a bullish setup here, maybe. Your 4 days, see if we can kind of potentially hold that 70, 71. And then you look at our 8-7 here. They really like that 76 expert or strike there. Geez, dude. And then, it seems like this 70 might act as a little support. I'm looking at it against the 3 expirations there, and then you got a little positive gamma up there. Not much below us. I mean, you got a lot of little negative gamma here on the weekly below us, but man, look at that. I mean, we're just in acceleration. This is just volatile moves here,
and it might continue. NASDAQ is trying to chuck down to another low of day
Yeah.
there. And I did, just to be a little cheeky, I did short that. So we're up 410 instead of 340 on this account. I am officially done with it. I'm gonna quit messing around. We took it. I just want to be a little cheeky. We set another stair step way down here. Realistically, if I were going full size, which I did not, that was just, I'll zoom in here and show the exact trade quick. It was the exact same pattern. It's just way tighter down here at lows. And so I only took it with one contract, got a little cheeky, and took it off right at that new low there. NASDAQ is not having a good time right now. But there's the trade. I just took it on this up candle here. Took it off right at the bottom of this candle on that new low. But I think we're going to be chugging down still, man. Look at this full turnaround. We're down.
We're almost at that spread right now.
Yeah, we're
almost
down 2%. 2% from NASDAQ's open. We're down. I know it says 1.15%, but NASDAQ started out 1.4% up. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. There's that one from earlier. There's the stop out. There's the profit. And then I just took a cheeky one right there. So we're up 410 on this account, and I'm just going to be done with it. We'll keep doing flow for another 15, 20 minutes or so, baby. Nate says Messi getting messy. Messi did not win another World Cup, right? I think Spain won. I was paying attention. Yeah, Spain won.
Yeah.
Messi got messy.
Man, we talked about this at Open too, just a big range, and
dude, they're going all the way to it, all the way. They are right on top of that 73.85 already. We might, I might even have to clip that shit because we called that out right when the market opened, bro. When the market opened, we called that level,
and we even called.
We just traced the whole damn thing.
When we got that big spike there at 73.85, we were targeting it. Man, that short entry would have been nice there. That's okay, though.
The whole thing. All right, folks, you got us for another 15 minutes or so. There's still 180 people hanging out with us. I know at least one of you wants to see some flow. What do we got? Tell us what you want to see before we just leave. And then you're high and dry until Wednesday morning. You don't want that, do you? You don't want that.
More good call. Ooh, look at that big Nokia put coming in here. Big Nokia weekly put coming in here.
He just sees Google and he's like, I want to do it again. You already got a good Google trade. Quit being greedy.
Yeah, I'm
some bitch.
Nope. Oh, we got a dividend coming up on here. That dividend flow I typically will ignore too, just because, it's a
divvy flow gets wonky.
And
if they're like deep in the money calls, which these aren't.
They're
like barely in the money. But deep in the money calls around dividends, the ex-dividend date, the date that you need to own shares by in order to qualify for that dividend, really deep in the money calls get people really excited, but they're nothing burger. It's just arbitrage, like almost universally.
Yeah.
I'll drop an article here for Tucker to spam everywhere. There's an article on Unusual Whales about dividend arbitrage and what it is and why you should kind of be wary. I almost said weary. I'm weary. I'm fucking tired. Why you should be wary about deep in the money calls and shenanigans that accompany it. Holy shit, dude. Google puts crazy UTMs on shit. Like, get out. Get out. But yeah, when you see shit like this around dividends, this deep in the money shit, negative 60% in the money, if there's a dividend coming up, that's nothing burger dog shit. That's just arbitrage. That's something that a big fund or a big rich bastard is doing, usually around shares, to acquire shares, to protect shares. Who the hell knows, man? I ignore those deep in the money dog shits personally.
Even
you'll
if
even
it's
see,
not...
like in this example, you'll even see, look at all of that volume with barely anything coming off. Only the original size position that was existing came off after transacting several times throughout the day. You'll see it here too on this $80 call on EVGO from back in the day. Like just dog shit. It's just dog shit flow. We even saw that example of something here on the show of this where we saw a shitload of volume way more than open interest, and then literally zero carryover. That was the same position,
Yep.
just fucking around. Dividend arbitrage, deep in the money calls. I ignore those shits.
Yeah, even if it's not dividend, I will ignore the deep in the money stuff too. I mean, it's a little, you can find something better. But I mean, like the flow, it's 5% out of the money. A little short dated though, but you get that good IV spike when it comes in here. Nothing really to make me dislike that, and you kind of got some trailers potentially coming in here about 2 seconds later with another little IV increase here. I they're not heavy size, but that same second coming in 2 seconds after there, I might think they're just kind of getting some, some fills after there. Obviously, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me speculating, but that same exact second. Now, if they were like, 939, like 45, and then like 940, like 10, when it's that same second, it kind of, I'll almost potentially link those together. Again, that's just speculating. That's just kind of how I'm looking at it there. We know at least for sure that 938.34 is related to each other. Could the 939.36 be with that potentially?
Yeah, this
Just
is the
a
kind
little
of flow I'm not hot on
speculating.
anyway.
It's-
It's got 4 days to
No,
expiration
no,
as well.
correct. Yeah.
Somebody, BK asks, other than risk management, why not ride down from open to that 73.85-ish and control risk by taking profits along the way? I know you scalp, which is contrary to day trade, but it would have been massive profits today. 2 reasons right now. First reason is that's just not how I trade. I'm usually in and out fast. I'm not a patient person. You see me biting my tongue waiting for entries on this show because I want in now. At the same time, when we were still up here, you even remember if you were here earlier, Anthony tried to take a long off of the 7,400 area where that positive gamma had been prior. If we go back to 9 central, mind you, that's 10. Look where this positive gamma was. Way up here, right? Like it was still building up above us. It was still holding firm in this range. So 73.85 was never a guarantee. And not only that, because I'm on these prop accounts, I have profit limits. And so I like to take my little paper cut losses. I open it up for wider ranges. You'll start seeing starting next Monday when we're back on a personal account, I will let ranges play out more. But the whole way down, we had little roadblocks. We had little roadblocks of positive gamma that did act as little inflection points to slow the drip. So right here at 74.30, way back at 9, that's why I went back to 9 a.m. Because at 9:10, they were holding on to that level. Right there, 74.35, 74.30. They were holding that as support. Yeah, I could sit in a position that whole day. That's just not how I trade. Some people do. I'm sure we'll have guests on the show that will sit in one trade for the full 3-hour episode. I'm just not one of them. Nothing like super crazy, but we did have roadblocks on the way down. 73.85 was never a guarantee. We were painting that range from the rejection all the way down where it was building up. And you could have, but that's just hindsight. That's retrospect. And I'm a scalper. I'm in and out. Once we hit my target, I'm done with that trade until it backtests and gives it to me again. I would rather hit the same pattern multiple times throughout the day than just sit here in one trade, because that's just how my brain works. It's
And
not,
then even
there's
on the-
no one way to do it. There's no one
And even
way.
on the prop account there too, like you can't sit through drawdown. If you hit that, what is it, $300 for the daily limit, which can come very quickly if you're sitting and kind of getting into a
I think
bounce.
the real loss limit is like 600 on this account, but I'm not gonna sit through $600.
Yeah, no, that's.
I will not lose $600 in a day. We're not gonna do that on the show.
No.
But no, there's no guarantees of anything. And when I have my position set up and we're getting them, I'm gonna take them. You bet your ass. But there's no guarantee you're gonna make that full range. We just happen to. While this was all breaking down, we could see minute over minute that all of that positive gamma was disappearing, and it did, and we made it all the way down to the full range, which is great. You could have held a position that whole time. I'm just not one of those guys. I'm way too impatient to sit in a position that long unless it's an option swing. With futures, I'm quickly in and I'm quickly out.
Yeah, and it's easy to go back to.
Yes, sir, BK. That's exactly it.
Yeah, and it's easy to go back and be like, oh, well, I could have held that for the whole move. Like, you don't know where the bottom truly is. Like, you can speculate where it is, but you could get a tweet in the middle of it and then you shoot up
Which
70
happens
points.
a lot.
It's
We are in a Trump presidency, so headline risk is very real if you're an intraday trader. If you're a long-term trader, it doesn't really matter that much. Samuel Oracle reposted the stream. Appreciate you, homie. Thanks for coming, my man. But we could probably take a couple more flow requests here. We've got some sitting out there. One for Soxel. And then we can take a look at SMH.
Yeah, let's take a
SOXL.
peek at...
SOXL might be a little interesting. Because
Let's
that is
see.
semiconductor bullish, and it is probably
Getting
down a lot today. Yep.
Matt today, yeah, down 10%.
Chips and semis
Oof.
are getting bitch slapped right now, but again, the hype and the money going into it's so real that I would be hard pressed to believe it's dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't look
What
like
a comeback,
maybe
dude! Am I gonna hold on real quick? Am I gonna have to form another purple line? Are we gonna get a fourth purple line of justice? Look at that hold of the 942 there. Look at that bounce. I'm hesitant to put it. Let me fuck around here on a little higher time frame. Let's see if this has happened in the past as well. It's not looking dope. It's not a oh, wait. Nice resistance and support there. Nah, I'm not sold on it. We'll leave that for a few more weeks and see if it has those reactions. Never mind. No new purple line of justice, but what a hold and bounce. What a hold and bounce. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Let's
and
look at...
look right where we bounced to, almost to the
yeah.
tick there at that spread there. I mean, not a lot of positioning building up below us, but there's not a lot of positioning above us either.
If we range down
I
here, I
think
wouldn't be surprised. But if we also V recovery, I wouldn't be surprised. They played out the entire range to the downside, and look how heavy that positive gamma is. That's going to be really hard to get through to the downside. And you'll see this pin pattern here too, where you have heavy negative gamma right below heavy positive. It could get pretty ugly if they lose that 73.85. I'm of the mind it's going to hold the support until market makers get off of it, and right now they're not.
I mean, if you're looking for a short right now, you're at that 74.05. I'm taking it. I'm taking a short here quick.
I like it. I like it.
I'm taking
I like
it.
it. I like
I'm
it.
taking it.
I was just saying I would enter short here on NASDAQ. Well, I was about to say. I like it. I like it.
Take off.
Man, way up there would be a clean
there.
entry, but we'll see if they get there.
Ooh, I'm
they
just
might
gonna
give you a
adjust
little
her up.
tidbit back.
I just want to eat into those losses a little bit there. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get back in. I want to do that full reading.
You almost
anyways
fucked
on
up
Soxel.
too anyway, because you put a sell
I had a
stop.
sell limit on accident.
You would have added
there.
to your position.
Oopsies. Oopsies.
Yeah, I think they might
do
stick the landing here. That's a nice comeback so far, especially on the NASDAQ. It is up nearly 100 points from that bounce. Yeah. Yeah, they might recover.
It. I'll take it a little bit there.
Yeah. All right, let's look at... oh, you're still on Soxel. That's right.
Yeah. I'm a lot of these contracts, a lot of volume here, a lot of open interest too. This might be kind of and again, should say this might have been a decent one. Now, a lot of this is coming in to ask, but look at all the volume coming in. We don't know where one singular trader is. We don't know if if somebody's closing out from the previous trades here, which I would probably go out on a limb and say that they probably are taking some profits. I mean, a lot of volume in there, around 55, 60. Their contracts are up at 93 today. I mean, I would be, probably taking some profit if I was up that much, and we're down 10% on the day. So not really anything in that chain, but let me, see if we can find anything in here, maybe. See if we can. Let's put on a couple filters here. I don't want big multi-leg. I don't want my super deep in the monies. All right, let's see. And I don't want anything super long dated. Where's my days to expiration? Let's do like 30 days. So let's take a peek here. So these calls, there's some good volume coming in on those, but again, not really directional here. You got 680 contracts, so you got 515 there, then tons of volume in here. Probably a lot of contracts being punted around intraday. There could be that whale getting out as well too. Have to double check that open interest, but nothing really clear signal wise in that one there. Anything else in here, man? There is nothing for flow on this one there, and
there's a lot of open interest, but those guys are probably already happy.
Yeah, and it's an ETF too, so you don't come across a lot of flow on ETFs. Every once in a
man,
while
they're
you
right
do,
into that
but
negative gamma too, just like
yeah.
we saw on Netflix. This is sector wide, baby.
Oof. Yeah, they targeted that 120 strike, and wonder where we touched today. Let's see. I bet you we touched about that 120 there. Oh, we got a little bit below it there.
Rejects here, or close to it. If they don't, we might finally be getting that recovery that I spoke of once we got down to that 73.85. But time will tell.
There you go. Yeah, that weekly's by far your biggest heat zone on that there. Yeah, 120, and it's already kind of been tickled a little bit. Actually, it has been because we dropped a little bit below it. Putwell's way down there at 97. Yeah, just a lot of acceleration through this thing here. Absolute gamma's at 100. Ooh, that's be a pretty far drop to get to that. But yeah, I mean, just look at all that negative gamma here, all that net gamma on your put strikes here. Nothing on the call side of things there, so I don't get a good bullish feeling about that one there. And your expirations as well too. Yeah, they love that weekly. This weekly 8.7 as well, and kind of 8.21. But other than that, it's just kind of flat there. Net gamma is kind of neutral more so than, yeah, that weekly would have been the good one to kind of catch. Now obviously we're down 10%, so you know, are you going to chase something that's down 10% that expires in a week? Probably not. I mean, at least personally, not me.
Let's jump over to Apple next.
Yep, let's do Apple.
And then we'll do SMH, and that'll probably round us off for today. Wednesday will be much more flow heavy, folks. Don't worry. Just moving forward, Mondays are going to be very futures focused, and Wednesdays will be our heavy flow days with futures mixed in.
Yeah, let's just do a quick little peek here. Let's see anything Apple, anything volume wise sticking out. Let me throw this volume over open interest on quick. Oh, 0-day puts probably don't care. Ooh, these just kind of actually came in. Probably would want 0 days though on this. There's not really anything showing sellers. Let's see, 25 days. So we got earnings in 3 days too, so keep that in mind. Not really anything there. All right, let's just do the heat zone check. Heat zone, yeah, not a lot here on the week. Obviously 3 days we have earnings, so I'm just kind of looking before that. I mean, you got a little positive gamma up there at 340 there for the next couple days maybe. I mean, you're pretty close to that. Your absolute gamma is 340. So, I mean, I'd kind of almost have that as the pin there until earnings on Apple. All right, let's do SMH here quick. Another ETF. Probably not going to see much in this one here. Yeah, just a lot of volume here against a lot of open interest here. Again, 2,300 contracts traded on something that has 93,000 open contracts. You're not going to really find anything in there. Just do a quick check in here. We'll see. Put in a good ask side. All right, let's see. Maybe these calls. Let me just do a little peek here. Yeah, 69% multi-leg, 20% out of the money. We're gonna ignore it since it's multi-leg. And nothing really else in here. Just 0-day puts. We already kind of, those things. Look at those 0-day puts. 188 all the way up to 998. Holy crap, man. That's a ripper and a half on those.
No
Jeez.
shit.
Jeez. And nothing else really for.
And those weren't even like one of those annoying ones that are right at the open that I tend to avoid. Nope. That was about an hour into the session.
Yep. Look at our gamma decay here. Which strike it or which expiration is sticking out to you right now? That 731 4-day expiration. Look at all that heavy negative gamma below us. And where are we kind of heading? Kind of towards that negative gamma right now. So, you know, right through that acceleration zone. That's, yeah. Absolute gamma at 522. So that's...
I like how the abbreviation is abs. Gamma's just jacked with an 8-pack, baby. Let's go.
Hey. We're working on those peptides, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, the clear outlier here is that 731...
Oh, Tucker, you never sent the Periscope video to the Twitter chat.
Weird.
Shame.
You have to hit enter, Tucker. You have to usually hit enter in the chats with the link.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. My bad.
That's okay.
I
incoming now, BK. Incoming now.
Yep.
Yeah, just
you
look
want
at
the
that
new one that is from you? not the one from last year.
Whichever one's like
trade
7 minutes long. Whichever one's like 7 minutes long.
There's follow market maker exposure with new unusual whales from Dan, and then
That
how
one,
to
that
trade
one.
futures using unusual whales Periscope.
Yeah. The other one's just trade examples.
Got
The
it.
other one with
the
Dan
education
is
one.
a breakdown.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that 4-day here though, that 731. A lot of negative gamma below us here. It's gonna act as the strongest magnet pin, and yeah, I mean you're already kind of down here on the day to be chasing a weekly, but yeah. Other than that, that's really all that's sticking out there on SMH there.
I'm S-ing my H. Nice NASDAQ comeback though, right off of that drop. Like they finally got buy volume that made a difference. Now is it gonna stick? Who knows? But that looks very V recovery to me. If I were still trading on this account that we are above profit target on, I wouldn't be mad about longing pullbacks here, especially if they can reclaim that 226 that held as support and then lost to give us that new 940, 930-ish low of day. Right about there with a back test would be where I would feel comfortable longing to see if they can get back up to that purple line of justice. But right now, I'm hands off. They haven't fully invalidated more downside quite yet. They basically got to take that back and hold it as support for me to be convinced. But it looks good. They played out the full rage to the downside. Let's see if buyers got the moxie to push it back up. But with that said, folks, let me kick this over. Let's bring Tucker's beautiful, beautiful face back in. Pretty decent Monday, huh? Huh? I did notice. I noticed during that first hour and a half when we were full-blown futures, you guys stuck around a little bit harder. So if you guys really like those future scalping sessions using Periscope, let us know and we'll do it more. We're going to do whatever the hell you guys want. Whatever keeps you guys hanging around and talking shit in chat is what I'm going to do. But other than that, folks, moving forward, we will be running the show on Monday and Wednesday for the time being. We will be opening it up to more days after some time, but for now, Monday and Wednesday are going to be the shtick. Mondays are going to be extremely futures focused, just like we started off with today with a little bit of flow at the end of the show. And then Wednesdays are going to be our free-for-all, fuck around, take futures trades if they're there, look at flow if there's flow to look at, a little bit of everything on Wednesdays. But Mondays will be by and large futures-oriented. So stick around for that. We'll be back on a live account, so I won't have to stop trading once I hit 300 like I've been per my rules. We'll be able to open it up a little bit if the setups are there. We'll be taking them. But other than that, guys, this was a pretty good Monday episode. We got some good trades off. Anthony's starting to chip away a little bit at that one stop out that he suffered earlier, and we will be back at it Wednesday morning. Thanks for coming, folks. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you Wednesday. Take care.
See you guys.
See ya.